It's 3:17 a.m. You're lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, and your mind won't shut off. The same thoughts that have been haunting you for months are back, playing on repeat like a broken record. What if I'm not good enough? What if I fail? What if I'm wasting my life? You think this is just insomnia. You think this is just stress. You think this is just your mind being overactive. But what if I told you that these 3 a.m. thoughts are actually the most honest conversation you'll ever have with your future? What if I told you that the voice in your head at 3 a.m. is either programming you for success or programming you for failure? What if I told you that what you think about when you can't sleep is literally creating what you'll become when you're awake? Tonight, I'm going to give you the 3 a.m. test, a way to decode what your late-night thoughts are really telling you about your future. And more importantly, I'm going to show you how to transform those 3 a.m. thoughts from your biggest weakness into your greatest strength. Because here's what most people don't realize. Your 3 a.m. thoughts are your subconscious mind's way of telling you exactly what it's working on while you sleep. And your subconscious mind is either working for you or against you. There's no neutral. Are you ready to discover what your mind has been secretly planning for your life? Part 1. The 3 a.m. Revelation. Minutes 1-8. Let me tell you about Emma. Marketing executive, 32 years. Old, successful by every external measure. Beautiful apartment, great salary. Everyone thinks she has it all figured out. But every night around 3 a.m., Emma wakes up with the same thought. I'm living someone else's life. She lies there thinking about the business she never started, the creative projects she never pursued, the dreams she put on hold for practical reasons. She calculates how many years she's been saying, next year I'll make a change. She realizes she's been waiting for permission to live her own life, and no one is ever going to give it to her. Emma's 3 a.m. thoughts were showing her something crucial. Her daytime mind was living in denial, but her nighttime mind was living in truth. Your 3 a.m. thoughts are different from your daytime thoughts because they bypass your mental defenses. During the day, you're busy, you're distracted, you're wearing masks, playing roles, meeting expectations. Your conscious mind is fully engaged in managing your image and maintaining your story. But at 3 a.m., all those defenses are down. Your ego is asleep. Your public persona is offline. What emerges in those dark, quiet moments is your authentic self having an honest conversation with reality. The question is, what is that conversation revealing about your future? The 3 a.m. test. Part 1. The Honesty Filter. For the next 7 nights, I want you to pay attention to what happens when you wake up at 3 a.m. Don't try to change the thoughts. Don't judge them. Don't push them away. Just listen. Because these thoughts fall into 5 categories, and each category reveals something specific about your future trajectory. Category 1. The regret loop. These are thoughts about what you should have done, could have done, wish you had done. They replay past decisions, missed opportunities, roads not taken. I should have taken that job offer. I should have started that business. I should have moved to that city. I should have ended that relationship sooner. I should have been braver. If your 3 a.m. thoughts are dominated by regret, your subconscious is telling you that you're living below your potential. You're making safe choices that feel responsible but aren't fulfilling. You're choosing security over authenticity. Category 2. The fear spiral. These are thoughts about what might go wrong, what people might think, what you might lose if you take risks. What if I fail? What if they reject me? What if I lose everything? What if I'm not smart enough? What if it's too late? If your 3 a.m. thoughts are dominated by fear, your subconscious is telling you that you're focused on protecting what you have instead of creating what you want. You're living in defense mode instead of growth mode. Category 3. The comparison obsession. These are thoughts about how far behind you are, how much more successful others seem, how you're not measuring up. Everyone else has it figured out. I'm so far behind. She's doing so much better than me. I'll never catch up. I missed my chance. If your 3 a.m. thoughts are dominated by comparison, your subconscious is telling you that you're using other people's lives as the standard for your own. You're living their timeline instead of your own. Category 4. The meaning crisis. These are thoughts about whether what you're doing matters, whether you're making a difference, whether your life has purpose. Is this all there is? Am I wasting my life? Does any of this matter? What's the point? I feel so empty. If your 3 a.m. thoughts are dominated by meaninglessness, your subconscious is telling you that you're not connected to something larger than yourself. You're surviving but not thriving. Category 5. The vision glimpse. These are thoughts about what you really want to create, who you really want to become, what you really want to contribute. I want to build something meaningful. I want to help people. I have an idea that won't leave me alone. I know I'm meant for something bigger. I can see exactly what I want to create. If your 3 a.m. thoughts are dominated by vision, your subconscious is telling you that you're ready for transformation. You're not just dreaming, you're receiving downloads about your future. Part 2. The subconscious programming system, minutes 8 to 16. Here's what happens while you sleep. Your subconscious mind processes everything that happened during the day and either reinforces your current patterns or creates new ones. It's literally programming your future behavior based on what you've been thinking and feeling. If you go to bed focused on problems, your subconscious spends the night reinforcing problem thinking. If you go to bed focused on limitations, it reinforces limitation thinking. If you go to bed focused on fears, it reinforces fear thinking. But if you go to bed focused on possibilities, it reinforces possibility thinking. If you go to bed focused on solutions, it reinforces solution thinking. If you go to bed focused on growth, it reinforces growth thinking. Your 3 a.m. thoughts are showing you which program is currently running. The 3 a.m. test. Part 2. The pattern recognition. Emma realized that her 3 a.m. thoughts had been the same for 3 years. Every night, the same regrets, the same fears, the same sense of being trapped. Her subconscious had been running the same program on repeat, which is why her life hadn't changed despite her conscious desire for something different. Your 3 a.m. thoughts are patterns, not random occurrences. They reveal the deep programming that's running your life, and until you change that programming, you'll keep creating the same results. Pattern 1. The victim program. AM thoughts: this always happens to me. I never get the opportunities others get. Life is so unfair. Nothing ever works out. This program creates a future where you feel powerless, where external circumstances control your outcomes, where you're always at the mercy of forces beyond your control. Pattern 2. The scarcity program. AM thoughts: there's not enough time. I can't afford to take risks. What if I lose what I have? Others are taking all the opportunities. This program creates a future where you're always struggling, always competing, always afraid of not having enough. Pattern 3. The perfectionism program. 3. AM thoughts: I'm not ready yet. I need to learn more first. What if I make a mistake? It has to be perfect before I start. This program creates a future where you're always preparing but never performing, always getting ready but never arriving. Pattern 4. The comparison program. 3. AM thoughts: everyone else is ahead of me. I'm not as talented as they are. I should be further along by now. I'll never be as good as them. This program creates a future where you're always measuring yourself against others instead of focusing on your own growth and potential. Pattern 5. The vision program. 3. AM thoughts: I can see exactly what I want to create. I know what I'm supposed to do. I have something unique to contribute. I'm excited about what's possible. This program creates a future where you're moving towards something meaningful, where you're connected to your purpose, where you're actively creating instead of just reacting. Part 3. The Midnight Rewiring Protocol. Minutes 16 to 24. Now that you understand what your 3 a.m. thoughts are revealing, let me show you how to transform them from limitation patterns into expansion patterns. Step 1. The conscious interruption. When you wake up at 3 a.m. and notice a limiting thought pattern, don't fight it. Acknowledge it. I see you, fear. I hear you, regret. I notice you, comparison. Then ask, what is this thought trying to protect me from? Usually, limiting thoughts are trying to keep you safe from disappointment, rejection, or failure. Thank that part of your mind for trying to protect you. Then choose a different thought. Step 2, the reality check. Ask yourself, is this thought based on fact or fear? Most 3 a.m. thoughts are fear-based projections, not fact-based assessments. What if I fail? Becomes, what if this fear is not a prophecy but a story my mind is telling to keep me small? I'm so far behind. Becomes, behind compared to what timeline? Whose schedule am I using as the standard? Step 3, the possibility pivot. For every limiting 3 a.m. thought, create an expanding alternative. Instead of, I'm not good enough, try, I'm learning and growing. Instead of, it's too late, try, it's perfect timing. Instead of, I don't know how, try, I'll figure it out as I go. Instead of, what if I fail, try, what if I succeed beyond my wildest dreams? Step 4, the future vision. Use your 3 a.m. wake-ups as opportunities to connect with your future self. Imagine yourself 1 year from now, having successfully transformed the patterns that are currently limiting you. What would that version of you say to the current version? What advice would they give? What would they tell you about the fears you're currently facing? Emma started doing this and realized that her future self wasn't worried about any of the things her current self was obsessing over at 3 a.m. Her future self had started the business, taken the risks, and was living authentically. The concerns that kept her up at night were irrelevant to the woman she was becoming. Part 4, the 30-day 3 a.m. transformation, minutes 24:30. Here's your complete protocol for transforming your 3 a.m. thoughts from programming limitations into programming possibilities. Week 1, recognition and documentation. Every time you wake up at 3 a.m., write down the thoughts that are present. Don't judge them. Don't try to change them. Just document them. You're looking for patterns. By the end of week 1, you'll see clearly what program your subconscious has been running. You'll understand what future your current thought patterns are creating. Week 2, interruption and investigation. When you wake up at 3 a.m. and notice a limiting thought, pause and investigate it. Where did this thought come from? What is it trying to protect you from? Is it based on current reality or past conditioning? Most of our 3 a.m. fears are recycled from childhood or previous failures. They're outdated programs running on new situations. Week 3, replacement and reprogramming. For every limiting thought you catch at 3 a.m., consciously replace it with an empowering alternative. Don't just think the new thought once, repeat it 10 times. You're literally creating new neural pathways. Week 4, vision and action planning. Use your 3 a.m. wake-ups as sacred time to connect with your deepest desires and clearest vision. What do you really want to create? Who do you really want to become? What would your ideal future look like? Then ask, what one action can I take tomorrow that moves me toward this vision? The Emma transformation. After 30 days of this protocol, Emma's 3 a.m. thoughts completely changed. Instead of waking up with regret and fear, she woke up with clarity and excitement. Her subconscious mind had been reprogrammed from limitation to possibility. 6 months later, Emma launched her own creative agency. She didn't wait until she felt ready. She didn't wait until she had all the answers. She started because her 3 a.m. thoughts had changed from, I'm trapped, to I'm ready to create something meaningful. Your 3 a.m. test results. Your 3 a.m. thoughts are either programming you for the life you're currently living or the life you're meant to be living. They're either reinforcing your limitations or revealing your possibilities. The choice is yours. You can let your 3 a.m. thoughts continue running the same old programs, or you can use them as the most powerful reprogramming tool you have. Because here's the truth. Your future is not determined by your circumstances. It's determined by your thoughts. And your thoughts are not determined by your past. They're determined by your choices. What you think about at 3 a.m. is what you're programming into your future. What you focus on in those quiet, honest moments is what you're instructing your subconscious to create. So tonight, when you wake up at 3 a.m., remember, you're not just having random thoughts. You're having a conversation with your future. Make sure it's a conversation worth having. What will your 3 a.m. thoughts reveal about the future you're creating?